What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen. How to cook, and honey is on and popping. Having baked, moist and juicy honey pork grill style in your kitchen, fast, easy and simple. But make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you won't miss another upload. And for all of my returning goodie, wanna know what's I'm loving, right? Let's cook.
Want to be independent, yet she can't read and write a sentence.
Okay, good. Are you ready for cook? Let's cook. I have my pork here, the shoulder part of the pork, which is very meaty. It has been washed with salt, lemon juice, and vinegar. Make sure you wash your meat before you season, alright? Now, to get started, I went in with some onion powder and garlic powder, just to kick it up, a notch. We're going to really season this meat. We want to make sure we season this pork really good. Then I added a tad bit of the black pepper to it. I'm not measuring anything here. However, I will list everything that I'm using here down in your description box, so check it out. So then I added the paprika, and I did add a tad bit of the paprika. I had add quite a bit of that thing. Now to the paprika, I went in with my pork seasoning, and this particular pork seasoning, I have to say, it has a really nice flavor to it. It has a nice kick. Alright, now I went in and added my chili powder. Just a tad bit of that, not too much. I don't want to overpower it with that chili flavor. And then I added some meat seasoning, and this is totally optional right here. But like I said before, I want to make sure that my meat seasons up good, alright? Now you can add fresh ginger to it, but I did choose to go in with my ginger powder for sure. Either one and you'll be just fine. Alright, to that ginger powder I went in from a combo season because I love combo season, and like I said, that is optional, but I just love my combo seasoning. Now I did go in with a tad bit of the cayenne pepper, just a little bit, because with the cayenne pepper and the chili powder combination, it will show off the flavor of the meat, so don't put too much. Definitely you want to use your all-purpose seasoning. Now if you don't have combo seasoning and you don't have that pork seasoning, all of that stuff, just use all-purpose seasoning. You'll be okay. Now I added some crushed rosemary here. If you have fresh rosemary, go ahead and use that. This is what I have at hand, so I'm going to use that. Now I went in with some soy sauce, just a little bit of that, and some vinegar, and I did choose to use white vinegar here, but of course you can substitute that out for whatever you like. Add your oil of choice. This is the one that I have at hand. I went ahead and used that. Any oil is fine. I did go in and add some fresh garlic to it because we're talking flavor, honey, and I did add some green seasoning, and the green seasoning that I'm using here is homemade, and I will link the green seasoning recipe down in my description box. Now to combine everything, I went and add a little bit of brown cane sugar to it, and you want to make sure that you give it a really good rub in, season the thing real good. Now you can either let this sit overnight. You'll be okay overnight or 1 hour or whatever, because that seasoning that you put on there is going to really kick this thing up a notch. I did let mine sit for about 35 minutes of sitting time. But whatever that you do, honey, just be sure that that seasoning that you had on that thing is clinged onto your meat thoroughly. And I did use 4 pieces, but of course you could cook, add more meat if depending on the size that you're preparing for, but 4 was going to work for me. Look at how that seasoning is clinging onto that meat, nice and juicy. So that's how you want your meat to be looking. All right. Alright, moving right along. All I did here was prep my thing. I'm going to prep it and I'm going to let it sit right on the baking tray. I always show you guys how I bake things in the oven, just like I'm doing it out on the grill. It's a little dollar store tray. Put it on your baking thing and you're good to go. Every house needs to have this setup, especially if you're living in a cold place. You definitely need to do this. All right, now all I did here was just wrap it up in some plastic wrap, and if you don't want to let it marinate for 30 minutes, put it in your refrigerator and just let it sit overnight, and the next day you do it. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4, it doesn't matter. The thing is going to be delicious either way. Now after 35 minutes or so of marinating time, you could see how it has clinged. The seasoning has just clinged onto the meat perfectly. Pop it in your oven and let it bake at 350 degrees, uncovered. Do not cover it because it's going to produce too much moisture. Make sure you put it in your oven, 350 degrees, uncovered, right? Lock up the thing, set it and forget it. 30 minutes later, you pull it out. That is what you will have right here. Now, all you have to do is just turn these things over. I mean, the smell that's coming from that meat is off the chain. Turn it and we are going to baste it. Look at that meat, it's dripping in flavor. See what happens when you season the thing really good? Mad things. Now, what we're going to do here is get your honey of choice. If you don't want to use honey, of course you could use maple syrup. All right, anything will work for you. Go ahead and do it. Make sure that you baste that thing really good, because this is where the flavor starts to make magic right here. Look at that, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Pop it in your oven again for another half an hour. That same 350 degrees. Go ahead, pop that bad boy in there, right? Now, when you come back after that 30 minutes, go back again, goodie, and put that honey on the opposite side. Just drizzle it. And again, if you don't have honey, maple syrup will work just fine. Just go ahead and just baste it really nice. So this thing was cooked for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. OMG. The thing is so tender. So tender. Look at that. That is some perfect meat right there. So moist and juicy. Just be sure to follow the steps and don't skip anything to have the perfect pork in your kitchen. And of course you could do steak if you want to. Just do it the same way. Go back and drizzle some more of that honey, y'all. I kid you not. Just drizzle it. Let that honey flow all over that meat. It's going to do something different to it. Now, if y'all still here watching me cooking and you have not subscribed, we are with pan. Go ahead and do so, and be sure to check your post notification because it's so important. Now you're all done here, and all you have to do is plate this thing up in mercy, honey, mercy. Just go ahead and plate it up. You can have it with potatoes, you can have it with vegetables, you can have it with white rice and peas, whatever, spaghettis, whatever that you so choose. All I did before I put it on the plate was just drizzle with a little bit of dried parsley, just to give one little appearance, and that was it. You could see the rosemary all baked up really good, how that rosemary clings onto the meat. That's what gave it so much flavor. Nice and juicy and moist, and the color, OMG, the thing is divine. Most of all, when you cut into this meat, look at that. Oh my goodness. May I tell you, so the thing nice, you know? The thing nice. You better try the recipe. You're not going to be disappointed. No. Look again. Just look closely for magic right there. So, look on that. The outer part of the meat is beautiful, and not only beautiful, but it tastes delicious, goodie. But nah lie, you better try it, you know. Yes, boo. Finger licking good, y'all. Finger licking good, all the way up to the next level. Only thing you got to do is subscribe to the channel and check those posts, goodie, and spread the love with all your friends and all your family. Tell them we're going over here, bring them, come and send them, come, I'm waiting. After you get done doing that, tell me what you want to see me cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy.